Hello and welcome back to Lost in the World, and I know what everyone's thinking. Lost has made his first clickbait. He's sold out. He's a lost cause. But wait everybody, there is a method and a solid reasoning behind what I'm about to say. For those Genshin fans who are not aware, Rosaria is the much vaunted brand new 4-star, yes, I said 4-star, vampire known lady assassin. She's a cryo polearm user with a damage based skill set. Let's start off with why I think she just might be a must pull. Now I know some of you will want her as a physical DPS and that's fine, but that will require C6ing her to get the most out of that type of build. For me the main reason is cryo application and melt comps. For those who don't know, the game is severely lacking a quick and regular cryo applicator, so much so that even though melt comps have double the damage bonus as a reverse vape comp, by that I mean ice being melted by fire versus water being vaporized by pyro, a vape Xingqiu comp is the best way to get the damage out of Hu Tao. In the below examples I'm thinking out loud here, a lot could change with Rosaria and this stuff might not work in actuality, but stick around and you might be intrigued. For the scenario I'm about to use, I'm using a Favonius Lance. Why? Well, it generates particles on crit. Her constellations generate particles on crit, and she has an attack speed steroid, which means more crits. You see where this is going. She scales with attack percentage, which might change on release, but I highly doubt it this late. But that does mean running a crit rate on the circlet and running a crit based set will be massively important. If only miHoYo had recently released a cryo based crit set. The main caveats with what I'm about to say are as follows. What is the strength of Rosaria's cryo application? Will she be able to fund her ult without a second cryo user on the team? If her cryo application isn't the best, will a double cryo team with Hu Tao and Bennett allow for more consistent procs? So where does Rosaria fit in? Well, let's first talk about her elemental skill, Ravaging Confession. Ravaging Confession teleports Rosaria behind enemies and deals cryo damage in a wide arc. Looking closely at the release footage, Rosaria can apply cryo here to multiple enemies. The key thing to note is how there is a 6-second cooldown on this ability. This means Rosaria can fit in 2 elemental skills in the DPS window gap that Hu Tao has, which is, wait for it, 7 seconds. miHoYo ain't stupid, y'all. Now let's talk about her Ascension talents and constellations that affect this skill. Ascension Talent 1 increases Rosaria's crit rate by 12% whenever Rosaria crits with her E. A Constellation 1 increases her attack speed and attack damage by 10% for 4 seconds. More attack speed equals more crits for a Favonius Lance. A Constellation 4 generates 5 energy every time her E crits. So what we are getting based off just her elemental skill is high particle generation via Favonius, high particle regeneration via crits on her E, which can be procced twice in the window gap you have from Hu Tao's E, and an attack speed buff to generate particles. FYI, a Refinement 5 Favonius has a cooldown on particle regen of 6 seconds. Yes, that's right, a cooldown is 6 seconds, and the DPS window for Hu Tao is 7 seconds, and Favonius has a 6-second particle regeneration cooldown. miHoYo ain't stupid, y'all. Okay, so now let's talk about the main reason I'm here, and that's her elemental burst. Now watch the background footage closely. Rosaria's burst releases a cryo burst every 2 seconds, as well as initially playing cryo on 2 separate actions. The energy cost is okay at 60 and has a cooldown at 15 seconds. Now the strength of that cryo application shouldn't be too huge an issue as it applies so regularly. This burst looks like it will allow multiple melts to proc off enemies at an enhanced crit rate because Rosaria's Ascension 2 provides a bonus of 15% of Rosaria's crit to the party for 10 seconds after using her burst. So it's pretty clear from this that she is designed to end her damage phase with the burst. Now looking at her constellations, C2 is a game changer here, increasing the duration of the AoE cryo field by 33% from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. This allows for 2 more cryo bursts and more opportunities to melt. By the way, did you know that Hu Tao's skills last for 9 seconds and her ultimate lasts for 12 seconds? miHoYo ain't stupid, you know. Talking of Hu Tao, why am I talking about her so much? Hu Tao not only has 1 but 2 skills that increase your team's crit rate by a whopping total of 24%. Now I know 1 is way out of the reach of most players at Constellation 4, but the first of those skills gives 12% at the end of Hu Tao's E and is on one of her Ascension talents. with the Blizzard Strayer set on Rosaria offering 20% bonus crit to enemies affected by Cryo, added to the 12% to 24% offered by Hu Tao and her elemental skill. On top of that, the 12% increased crit from Rosaria's Ascension talent, on top of Favonius' Lance Particles, regen on crit, which results in an elemental burst that allows for Cryo to be applied and a crit buff to be applied then back to Hu Tao through her own Ascension talent, Shadow Samaritan, that lasts for the full duration of Hu Tao's elemental skill. You may have heard this, but Mihoyo went stupid, you know. I think one thing's clear from all of this: having a high attack speed, high crit rate, huge damage dealer in Hu Tao and then Rosaria in a team that does a melt comp is going to be a lot of fun. And though it might not necessarily be at the top tier, I've got a feeling it's going to be extremely strong. And I for one can't wait to test it out. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit of like mental theory crafting with a bit of fun thrown in at the same time. And I hope it gets people hyped for Rosaria. I can't wait to pull for it. I think I'll definitely see for her. It seems to be the sweet spot for her, the type of build I like to run. Thank you for watching. Take care. This is Lost in the World. Please share this with people, like, subscribe, all the boring stuff. Thank you.